Boston Marathon bomber, Dzhokhar Tsarnaev. The Supreme Court's now reconsidering the death penalty. President Biden has said he opposes the death penalty. What is the administration's stance on Tsarnaev and executions going forward?
Well, first, President Biden has made clear, as he did on the campaign trail, that he has grave concerns about whether capital punishment as currently implemented is consistent with the values that are fundamental to our sense of justice and fairness. He's also expressed his horror at the events of that day and his actions, Tsarnaev's actions, I should say. As vice president, he spoke to the people of Boston on the one-year anniversary of the horrible crime. As he said then, "We are Boston, we are America, we own the finish line." Of course, any process for the death penalty policy moving forward, I don't have any updates on that. As it relates to this specific case, I would refer you to the Department of Justice. Go ahead, Steve.
We saw the statement about the trip of Roberta Jacobson and Juan Gonzalez to
Yes.
Guatemala and Mexico. Are they going to specifically ask those countries to help stem the tide of the migrants?
Absolutely part of our objective, as Roberta Jacobson conveyed, Ambassador Jacobson, when she was in here just a few weeks ago, was that we need to work in partnership with these countries to address the root causes in their countries, to convey clearly and systematically that this is not the time to travel. If I may, I actually had a little bit of an update or just something I thought would be of interest to many of you, which is what some of the steps are we're taking in these countries to communicate. And a lot of this is through, of course, the State Department and embassies. And so here's a few things we're doing, and this will obviously increase over time, but just to give you a sense of our investment. The State Department continues to, we have placed an estimated 17,118 radio ads in Brazil, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras since January 21st in Spanish, Portuguese, and 6 indigenous languages. These ads played on 33 radio stations, reaching an estimated 15 million individuals. The department has also worked with Facebook and Instagram on an advertising campaign that put our migration messages in the social media streams of millions of individuals who fit the profile of intending migrants. These are very targeted, of course. A total of 589 digital ads in paid search, display, and social media supporting the ongoing migration campaign in the Northern Triangle countries have reached more than 26 million people since Inauguration Day. These ads created over 73 million impressions in the targeted countries, and we're also taking creative approaches in different countries to make sure we're reaching people, meeting people where they are, in some ways how we try to do things in the United States. So as an example, NBC San Salvador, a Skuro comic book and animated show seeks to deter irregular migration by addressing violence as a driver. Content focused on violent reduction reached 240,000 young Salvadorans in the targeted audience. The 2 animated episodes in this past year have been viewed by 3.6 million individuals. So each country is taking different approaches. Our embassies on the ground are obviously the experts working with countries, to your point, Steve, to figure out how to communicate clearly in languages that will be received by the people in these countries and communicate clearly this is not the time to come, our borders are not open, and we will continue to pick this up in the weeks and months ahead.